So I was a little bit just like incredulous that my word for 2022 was the word it was. And I started praying about it a few days ago, and I'm like, and that word came to mind as I was asking God, and I'm like, yeah, right. Not that word. I don't think so. Like, wouldn't that be funny, Lord? I tried to make it like funny and like, no way. No, thank you. I'm on a different word. That kind of thought. So I left it, and then I came back and I prayed again just a couple of days ago, or not long after that. And I was trying to avoid that word, of course, because I still knew that word. And I'm like, no, thank you. And lo and behold, if I'm like, really, Lord, and my shoulders slumped like they are now, because you can see this video, me recording in my little studio, my office on YouTube, if you'll come on over there. But do you know what the word is? Some of you already know because I said it on a Facebook post, but the word was patience. Sometimes the word that you have for the year may be a word that is energetic and full of life and full of hope. Hope might be your word. Glory might be your word. Joy might be your word. There are a gazillion. Love might be your word. I don't know what your word's going to be, but it could be one of those amazing, flowered, colorful, energetic, momentum-giving words. Or your word could be one that will build your character. Now, both will probably build your character in some way. But for me, I'll go down on record saying, yes, I could use more patience. I was so delighted to discover that the word patience is not used in the Old Testament. There are words similar to that, like patiently, that you might find, but the word itself, patience, doesn't appear. It appears in 3 separate Greek words in the New Testament, and some of the synonyms are long suffering. Again, I'm like, Lord, what do you have in store for me this year to be long suffering? That's a lot. That's kind of scary to me. So again, I was like, but this is the direction I'm gonna head with this, I believe. And I may be long suffering at some point in the year and don't even know what lies ahead, but I'm just going to trust God through it. And that's the part of patience that I loved. When I got into some of the actual, otherwise dictionary or academic definitions of the word itself as it's used in Greek and some of the synonyms, they are relentlessly looking to God. Okay, yes, that to me is where there's power and there's hope and there's expectancy. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting this now, Lord. What I thought was total character refinement, like, okay, I'm talking to someone on the phone and I need to be patient, or I'm standing in line and I'm just like, oh, about to jump out of my skin. I need to be patient. Or I'm talking with someone and what's about to jump out of my mouth would be such a rude remark. So yeah, I need patience. Or I'm irritated, or my feathers are ruffled. Yes, that's when I need patience. That's the way I thought of it at first. But then when I dug a little bit deeper into the meaning, I can see that it also means to rest in the Lord and to trust Him and to back up against who He is and what He says, and to expectantly wait for Him to move. So it's not necessarily my being patient in life situations. It can be that, but the meaning was so much deeper to me as I studied it. And it was like, okay, I'm going to wait patiently for the Lord. I'm going to endure. I'm going to be steadfast in my mission. Because honestly, doing a podcast isn't what I would call easy. Writing isn't easy necessarily. Writing a book, it has not been easy. Starting a business, I have a coaching business, and I would love to sit with you and go through a free complimentary 60-minute thought strategy session. I offer 3 of those a month. I would be so happy to sit with you and see if you and I together can identify any areas of where you're stuck or you have toxic thinking. And I can put upon that. We're very future focused here, but I can offer to you some replacement thoughts, or what I call truth leads, that might lead you in the right direction. It's not easy to write a digital course. And I'm not saying, oh, look at me, look at me. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that it's like anything that's worthwhile, right? It's a lot of work. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. It's a lot of prayer. It's a lot of trying to network and get connections, and to what is an LLC? I mean, all of that from the business side, and I have a trademark, by the way, for Choose to Think. I actually own a trademark. I don't know if I've told you that, but it happened last year, and I was so excited that I own a trademark. I feel like it's a patent or something. It's like it's mine, and I know it's mine in God. I know that, but I'm just saying that it felt so good to have a trademark. I feel like I invented something almost, or that little creative slant is now like I'm official with the US government. And anyway, I don't know. I just like to tell my kids, oh, I have a trademark now. And and they're like, okay, Mom, cool, good for you. But anyway, so it's been, I needed a lot of courage last year, and now I think I'm moving into an area where I need to just keep plugging along. I need to persist. I need to rest in God and what He says. I need to so look to Him constantly in everything that I do, every decision I make, every engagement that I have, every podcast episode. I mean, I've been doing that, but now I need more than ever. I need to wait and see what He will do with all of this. And I need to trust Him in the meantime. So now I kind of love my patience word, because it means I'm relying on God. And it means that if I'm long suffering, He's at the helm, right? I may be long suffering, but He's in the driver's seat here. He's the pilot. I'm the co-pilot right here. And if I'm long suffering, look what He did. That is His characteristic. That is His character and the essence of who He is, who Jesus Christ is for us. He died for us to prove it. He waits for us even in our waywardness, even in our sin, even when we walk away. He's patiently waiting for us to turn, to come back. So what a great word.